So, this game, I think it's safe to say, owns my soul. It has been out for about a month now. I got it for Valentine's Day, and I have been unable to put it down. Monster Hunter is a really awesome game for people that are looking for an RPG or something else to invest their time in that, it hasn't really been there, I want to say, in about, 2 to 3 years. It's a perfect game for people that are, wanting something to invest their time in, but, most of the games around lately haven't really had that long of a story mode. This game, let me give you an example. I've played about 30 hours and I'm only a level 9. So it's definitely a really good game if you're interested in it. So you start out as a regular just hunter, apparently, with a handler, which is your partner in crime, and then you've got your little palico, which is a little tiny cat companion that follows you around and helps you fight monsters. And you are traveling to a new world hunting down an elder dragon. And anyway, what they're trying to accomplish with this is just to capture it and figure out what's going on. A lot of things are changing. Creatures are acting different. The environment's changing, things like that. So as you continue on through the story, you travel to different regions, which go from, like a forest to a desert down into like a wasteland. It's really, really cool. You get to not only encounter a whole bunch of different creatures, but you also get to work together with other players in multiplayer options and stuff like that. I want to say, though, with the tutorial, there was a lot of words thrown at me right away. This is probably the first Monster Hunter game I've ever played, and I have never seen so much text in a tutorial, but it was very self-explanatory if you sat down and read it all. I know there's plenty of people that skipped through it, and they were really struggling with it, trying to figure everything out with it. As for the tutorial, though, it's not too difficult. When you are starting out as a noob, though, say like level 1 to 5 or 6, it's pretty difficult if you're trying to take on monsters by yourself, especially the Anjanath. That is one of the hardest monsters I've ever fought, and I know I'm saying that and I'm only a level 9, and I know it's probably going to get worse, but it was one of those where it's a little difficult to take on by yourself. So if you guys do play this game and you are struggling, I would definitely tell you to emit an SOS, and some people will show up and help you out. Granted, if they are higher hunter rank levels than you, there's a possibility that it could adjust the difficulty of the monster, but it might be worth it in the end. Another thing I would like to kind of give you guys a tip on if you haven't played the game yet is try to capture them. Try to capture the monsters, otherwise you won't get as good of loot. There are a bunch of like bounties and different things that you can do, specific quests that you can do that will help you learn about all of this kind of thing, with capturing and fighting monsters and trying to slay them, all that good stuff. But the only way you're going to be able to learn about it is if you go through the bounties or if you actually watch YouTube videos on how to do it. I want to say one of the greatest things about this game is you can pretty much do whatever you want when you're out on your expeditions. You can go out, you can collect different herbs, you can catch pets that you can actually put in your house, which is really awesome. There's even rare ones that you can go out and find, and eventually your room will upgrade as you progress through the storyline, so it's really cool. I would say that out of my favorite places, it would probably be the Coral Highlands so far. I haven't gotten too far into the story, I know, but I really do adore this game. It is probably one of my favorite games in the last 2 to 3 years, and that's saying something. So, not only is your character customizable, but your palico is too. Every time you hunt a new monster, you will get a new tree line, which it has its own perks and disadvantages and stuff like that when it comes to fighting other monsters. So it's one of those games where like the armor may look cool, but you shouldn't use it against specific monsters because of that. So, like for example, if you get all Anjanath armor, it's not going to work well against a water creature. So just keep that in mind, just, make a couple loadouts and stuff like that. And it's really a fun game. I'd say the only problem I have with it is joining your friends at first can be a little tricky because there is so much to, there's so many different, it's hard to explain without it being right there on screen, but when it comes to responding to like your friends sending out an SOS and stuff like that, you have to have the search engine completely perfected into the way that they have it set up in their menu. Otherwise, you won't be able to find them. So it was a very confusing game for me at first to adjust to, but now that I have adjusted to it, I love it. I haven't really been able to release as much content as I would like to because I've been playing this game a lot, but if anybody wants to play with me, totally just hit me up. I will be down to play. I love this game so much. So overall, I really do like this game. I wish there was a little more tutorial on how to play multiplayer. But like I said at the very beginning of it, there was so much getting thrown at you, so much text, so many instructions that it's very confusing for somebody who has never played any of the Monster Hunter games since this one. So if you guys do have any questions about the game or anything in particular, just let me know and I'll get back to you on those. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!